Hey guys, this is Oracle Daphne. My name is Beth and I am back doing a short little video that's just really for inspiration. I am wearing my Christmas jingle bell earrings and I am really in a festive mood, and I am going to be recording shortly your jingle, my Christmas jingle healing series. But before I do that, I want to give you guys a little inspiration. So today I really want to talk about time capsules. Last year on December 21st, I decided to box up a time capsule for myself. And this year, for 1 year, okay, and this year I actually opened it a few days early. I opened it on December 17th. But let me tell you, it was probably the best gift I have ever received, because it was a gift for myself, and you know yourself more than, better than anybody else. So, I'm going to, inspire you a little bit with encouraging you to do similar to what I did, and in order for you to, a year from now, get this really great gift from yourself. When you do something like this, it's a great way to send yourself love. And I'm going to give you a few ideas about kind of what I did. So first, I want you to just get any old box. It could be a shoe box. I have a box here, whatever size you want. For those of you who want to put a lot in it, it's going to need to be bigger. For those of you who don't really have a lot to put in or don't want to put a lot in it, it's going to be smaller. So this is like, pretty big size, like an old Amazon box, whatever box you want to use, something like that. Could be even smaller, could be a shoe box. Like I said, whatever you, however much you want to put in it, figure it out. It's going to depend on however much that is. So, now the next thing I want you to put in it is I want you to get together like a little, what I call good fortune packet, okay, for those of you who want to send yourself abundance and prosperity, okay? So I actually got this at this little, it's Chica's Imports, for those of you who live in Seattle, at this little imports place, and it's actually used for like New Year's for giving people money. But I really like this little packet. You can use just a regular envelope, whatever envelope you have just laying around will do. And I want this to be your good fortune money packet, okay? So I want you to put in different amounts of money. I put in mine two $1 bills, one $5 bill, 1 quarter, 2 dimes, and 1 penny, okay? And the total came to $7.71. And for me, that's like, those are spiritual numbers that, so that's the total it actually came to. I don't know why it came to that, but that's what it came to, what I decided to put in there. I kind of pulled a little cash from what I had last year. I don't really carry much cash. For those of you who want to send big money to yourself, put in some larger dollar bills. We're talking $1,000 bills. If you want, this is something where you're going to want to make sure your box you don't want to lose that box, okay? So make sure you know where your box is. I actually moved, several times in 2016, so I actually needed to make sure. At first, I couldn't figure out what I had done with my box, but again, it only has $7.71, so if I had lost it, it would have been a big loss. But for those of you who want to put in like $1,000 or even like $100 bills, this is something that you're gonna want to make sure you don't lose track of. Okay, so I wrote on here happiness and abundance and joy, and I wrote good fortune on it as well. I also wrote down, may this be multiplied by $1 million, and may you have much prosperity and good fortune in your life. Hugs and kisses, love, Beth. Okay, you can write whatever you want on it, but this is you sending yourself the good fortune that you want. So there's a lot of tricks and tips out there on how to bring yourself prosperity and bring more prosperity into your life, but this is the way I did it, so this is the way I'm showing you. So I'll show you that, I wrote on it like that, I told it up there. You can do however you want, okay, but a money packet for prosperity would be encouraged for you to do, okay? Now, the second thing I want you to do is I want you to write a record of what your life was like in because we're doing this for 2017, record of what your life was for 2016, okay? I wrote down like just, you know, several short little pages here of what my life was like, who my friends were, what my focus was, what my goals were, you know, what I was doing, and how I felt about, you know, the year in general. And yeah, I want that to go into your box as well. Okay, you can write however much you want. If you want to get it all out there on paper how much you hated 2016, then go ahead. This is your time to really keep a record for yourself of what you were doing and what the year was like for you. Okay, the next thing, for those of you who do tarot, okay, specifically those of you who do tarot, you don't have to do this, but for those of you who have, you know, do tarot, I want you to pick one of your tarot decks that kind of calls to you, and I want you to shuffle, okay? I want you to shuffle, and then I want you to pick a card, okay, for yourself, okay? And I'm actually gonna, this is the card that I'm gonna put in my box, okay? So this is Eastern, I'm gonna use this for me. This is Eastern Cottonwood. This is for my future self. Okay, and this isn't going to make sense until the following year. It's not meant for you in this time. It's meant for you in 2017. Okay, so I want you to take that card. I know you're be missing a card, one card, but it's not going to kill you. Okay, so I want you to put that in your box as well. The next thing I want you to do is I want you to write a card, a Christmas card to yourself. The Christmas card that I wrote to myself made me cry, like as soon as I opened it. The first thing that I saw when I opened my box was, "I love you, Beth." Okay, so I want you to write on the front of the card, you know, if your name is James, to James, love James, I love you, James. Or you can just write, "I love you, James," on there, okay? You know, however you want to do it, okay? And then I want you to write a Christmas card to yourself, as if you're sending yourself the biggest, you know, you're trying to connect with your future self. So I want you to connect with yourself as if you're talking to your very best friend. And you may include some notes of what happened this year. You may send yourself, you know, I want you to really be the cheerleader though. This is your time to be the cheerleader for yourself. So I want you to say things like, you know, "I wish you the best. I send you so much love. You know, may your year of 2017 be blessed with, you know, love, peace, prosperity, happiness," all that stuff, all that positive stuff I want you to put in here. This is not a time to be negative on yourself or hard on yourself. This is the time to have total compassion for yourself, okay? So this is going to be my Christmas card to me for next year when I open my box, but I want you to write, you know, on your card, you know, as if, you know, again, you're sending yourself a Christmas card, because this is really, I think of this as like a Christmas, the best Christmas gift you could have ever given yourself for next year. Okay, so I want you to include your card, and I want you to put it on top, okay? So make sure whatever you say, you know, you can write "Happy Holidays" on there. You will totally forget what you write on your card. You'll totally forget. And so it actually would be as if somebody else is sending you, and it is somebody else, it's your past self. So it's sending you Christmas, good cheer, and happiness, and all those positive things. So I want you to put that on top. Next, I want you to get a crystal. Okay, if you don't have a crystal, that's fine. You don't have to have a crystal, but it's important if you can get to, you know, a gem store, a crystal store, and get a crystal. Just one will do. You don't have to have more than one. Last year I used an amethyst crystal, and I'll show you, this is the crystal that I used. And I want you to send your future self love, abundance, and happiness, and joy, and everything that's positive. I want you to send your future self with this crystal, okay? So I want you to basically ask the crystal to bless your future self in 2017 with whatever you want to bless yourself with what, you know, if that's love, bless yourself with love. If it's good health, bless yourself with good health. And I want you to, it's sort of like supercharging up your crystal with information. Crystals hold information really well. So I want you to ask the crystal to send and give and deliver the information, essentially the information that you're supercharging it up with, which is positive energy, love, abundance, all that good stuff, okay? So I want you to have that crystal, put that crystal in your box, okay? Next, I want you to, for me, I put in jewelry, okay? So maybe for some of you ladies, it's a pair of earrings. For some of you guys, it's a pair of socks, okay? I want you guys to put a pair of clean socks in your box if you're a guy, okay? You don't have jewelry. But if you do have some jewelry, you're a guy, put something that maybe you were wearing a lot in 2016 and you're going to let it rest for the whole next year. And essentially it's going to be older energy. It's your older self energy, but it's important for you to get perspective from who you are by the time you open the box in 2017 than who you were in 2016. Okay? Ladies, I also put in a hair tie. So ladies, if you have a hair tie, some guys, wear their hair up, put in a hair tie just because it's sort of like a piece of you. It's something that it's tied to you, it's close to you, in something like that. Okay, next, if you have like a necklace or something, it could be any piece of jewelry, anything that you've been wearing, a necklace. Guys, again, for guys, I want you to put in a piece of clothing. I actually also put in a piece of clothing. So guys, I want you to get a t-shirt or a piece of clothing that you're sending to your future self. Now, for some of you, you can go out and buy yourself something new, and it literally is something new and it's a gift. For me, I actually put in an old shirt that it was actually a new shirt that I hadn't worn because it was too tight. And so I sent it to my future self in the time capsule thinking by the time I got to open the time capsule, I would have lost weight. And the crazy thing is I did. And and the shirt actually fits, which is crazy. It's just really cool, thing. So I want to inspire you by doing this. So I want you to put in, it could be an old t-shirt. It could be something new. It could be something where you actually go out and get yourself something. This year, I'm going to be putting in a pair of leggings for a different size than I am right now. So the smaller size, because by the time I open it in 2017, they're actually going to fit. I know they're going to fit. I am psychic, but so some of you, this is just positive enforcement, and for some of you it's sort of more intuitive. Okay, so for some of you guys, for the guys, I specifically want you to put in a belt. I don't know, if you have a belt, I want you to put in the belt rather than maybe a shirt. Although if you have a shirt, put the shirt in there too, okay? And specifically for those of you who want to lose weight or focus on losing weight, put in a piece of clothing that you are anticipating getting into the following year. And you will, okay? Because it's good, again, it's good vibes. Okay, so there's that. I also want you, if you have a catalog, I want you to put in a catalog. Any catalog will do. I actually put in a Victoria's Secret catalog, and the crazy thing about last year is that I don't even really know why I put in the catalog, but when I opened it, it was one of those crazy things. I needed to actually update my address because I had just moved, and I had been looking for Victoria's Secret catalog so that I could call them and update my address, and it was a kind of just a reminder for me to update my address. And it's, again, everything that you're going to be putting there will make sense, and you'll see it in a different way when you open it in 2017. So a catalog or a book, I actually put in 2 books. Pick 2 books that you want to put in there and put those in there. Some of you who read, maybe this is a favorite book, or maybe this is a book maybe you want to read in the future. Everybody's going to have a different take on books. You might want to get a new book and put that in there for your future self to read. It's up to you. It's going to have different meaning for everybody. You want to put also a piece of mail. Any piece of mail will do. I put in a piece of mail. I actually put in one of those things to get here in the United States where it says, you've moved. I put in my new address, which was really interesting because by the time I opened it, it was like really, really long ago. It was really, really old. But it had significance for me because I had moved so much. And some of you, those of you who really want to get pregnant, I want you to put some ovulation test strips in there or something in there that's going to symbolize pregnancy for you. Some of you, it's going to be like a feminine product. Some of you, it's going to be a pair of underwear. I don't know. I see a pair of underwear for some of you. So I want you to do that if you're trying to get pregnant. Or for some of you, it's like maybe I'm getting a tingle on this, like a little outfit for the newborn, you know, like baby clothes, something like that. I'm seeing like a rattle also, or like a toy. For those of you who want to get like a dog or a cat, put like a dog or cat toy in there also. It's the same thing if for your future self, which will be really cool to open, you know, later. I also put in there, I put in there some medicine for my future self. Now, I'm really into herbal medicine. For those of you who are in herbal medicine, put in some supplements. Whatever supplements you feel called to put in there, just put them in there. Whatever the first thing is that you want to grab, put those in there. I put those in there. That'll be cool. For those of you who are trying to get off medication and go more the herbal route, I want you to put in some like bottles of that medication that are empty, which will symbolize by the time you open it in 2017, you'll be done. Like you're done with it, okay? Some of you really need to do more stuff with salt and clearing your energy. So I want you to put some salt in there as well. You can do salt packets that will represent your need to clear your energy, or you can literally take, like I have like a big thing of Himalayan sea salt. You can put that in there if you want. You can put in like a little baggie of Epsom salt to use when you open their gift. Anything like too that's like small, like miniature things that you can get at the drugstore, you might want to put in there as well. You might want to put in a shower gel or a shampoo or deodorant or something that kind of represents your future self using it, and it will be the right thing at that time. It'll be the right thing at the right time. It'll be perfect. I think. When it comes to your box, I also want you to put some receipts in there. If you have any receipts from the grocery store, from the post office, from like your bank statements too, it's very interesting to look back and see what your numbers were, how much money you had in the past, and again, it's kind of to see how far you've grown and what your life was like in the past. It's kind of like a really important record of what your life was like, because we totally forget what our life was like. I also want you to make a list. I made a list of everything that's going in your box and the reason why it's going in there, okay? This may take you some time to do, but you know, this is what I say. Oh, for those of you who are very into candles and things like that, I want you to put in like a little candle for yourself to light on New Year's or on Christmas that symbolizes your new year. To me, when I opened this box, and that was on the 17th of December, it was like my new year. It was just like everything had come full circle, and I felt like really, really blessed on that day, and really, it was just a really good feeling. It was awesome. So I want you to do that. For those of you, you know, just get a little candle. If you don't want to buy a big candle, that's fine. Little candles are fine. Even those like little tea light candles are fine if you want to put in, if you don't want to put a lot in your box. It's up to you. I also want you to put in something that's very personal. Very, very personal to you. For me, it was something that I found, and I put in there, and it sort of just had personal significance, and I'm not going to share it because it was very personal for me, but for you, it could be anything. It could be a found object. It could be something, for some of you, it's going to be like a CD, or like, you know, for those of you who are like recording artists, maybe you want to put in like a CD or like a picture or something, that's very representative of how you're feeling and you, okay? Is personal. It's just personal. Some of you it's going to be makeup. Some of you it's going to be a perfume. Some of you it could even be like a little body lotion or something that really is personal to you. It has personal significance to you. And let me see if there's anything else on the list. Oh, for those of you who are you know, trying to find a new romantic interest, you might want to put a pair of like really sexy underwear for you guys. It's going to be like a new pair of boxers or briefs or something in your box, okay, to show off to your future girlfriend or future boyfriend. So it's a great way, you know, again, to attract via the law of attraction, to at least, you know, put it in there and see what comes and trust that it'll come. Okay, so for those of you who are looking for love and looking for relationships, I think that's pretty much all. Anything else, you know, I put a menu in there from a place that I did a lot of takeout, and it had significance because I don't really go there that much now, and I was going there all the time, you know, back in, you know, early 2016. So again, the things are going to change. We don't realize how things change, but that's all. I think that's all that I really want to say about it. So when you're done putting all your stuff in your box, okay, I want you to write on it, time capsule to be opened on a specific date. When you completed the day you completed your box is the day 2017 you should be doing it. So if you complete your box on the December 25th, 2016, your time capsule goes from, you know, to December 25th, 2017, and you get to open it on December 25th, 2017. And I sealed mine with duct tape. You know, it's going to be tempting to want to open it before then, but the idea is you don't open it before then. I opened it really close to mine. You know, part of it was because I knew that there were things in there that I needed, and it was weird because I knew that I needed that positive energy at that time. So if you are, you know, wanting to open it a few days early, it's not going to hurt if you do it a few days early, but I would strongly encourage you to at least give it a year or almost a full year before you open your box. You can make it for even 2 years or 3 years. Anything perishable though, you know, if you're going to give yourself something maybe to eat, or, you know, I would be cautious about putting anything perishable in there. Anything with a strong expiration date, okay, or immediate expiration date, I would not put in there. And my guide is showing me also, if you have kids or if you want to have kids, put in a little box of crayons. I don't know why I'm saying this. I just feel like for those of you, it's going to resonate. Maybe you just got some new crayons. Put in a few of those crayons. Take out a few colors and put those in the box too. So that's all. Hopefully I've inspired you, and hopefully, you know, you'll, you know, definitely share with me next year what you put in your box, or even you can share with me too, you know, below this video, what you do put in your you know, what you accumulated for your 2016 box to be opened in 2017. And I'd love to hear, you know, what you guys think. So I wish you guys all the best. I will be back again for more videos, so stay tuned. I send you guys big hugs, big kisses, and I will talk to you guys again soon. All right, take care. All the best. Bye.